Good morning. Welcome to Philanthropy Porch Ponderings. I'm Lisa Shamola, coming to you from New Orleans, Louisiana, clearly not on my porch. It is a little chilly and windy here at the beginning of January, and New Orleanians, we do not do well with the cold, especially with the wind or the rain. Not raining right now, but thank goodness. And my friends from the colder climates are going to laugh, but it is a feels like temperature of 38 Fahrenheit here. And it gets really windy on my front porch. So if I was going to have you over for a chat in my home, we'd probably sit here at my grandparents' dining room table. So here we are, welcome. Today we're going to build on a theme from the last video, talking about recharge and reflection on the year ahead, whether you are at the beginning of a new year or if you are halfway through your fiscal year. We're going to talk about a concept called My 3 Words. But before we get started, quick reminder, like, subscribe, and share this YouTube channel. Bell icon below the video will get you notifications every time a new one is uploaded. So back to my 3 words. And actually, I would also like to know, as we talk through this concept, what your words are and what your thoughts are on the words that I'm going to share. If you share this on social media anywhere, there is a hashtag, my 3 words, the number 3. And this comes from an article by Chris Brogan. And Chris has been selecting 3 words of intention to guide his year for about 15 years now. Not 1, not 4, but 3. And my super smart friend and colleague, Clay Buck, who is a fellow consultant and quite a bit of a data genius. So if you need data work done or analysis in your organization, let me know. I will connect you to Clay. He brought this to a group of fellow colleagues, and we had a wonderful conversation about what our 3 words of intention were going to be for the year. So I will share with you that my 3 words are gratitude, abundance, and respect. And so I'm going to talk about each of those briefly, and I want to talk about them in a lens of how you can incorporate them in your philanthropic work. And so I'd love to know your thoughts on what I'm sharing, but if you have additional ideas or what has worked for you and your colleagues, drop that in the comments below. I would love to get a conversation going about how you are practicing these concepts in your day-to-day work. Gratitude. We are nowhere without gratitude in the world of philanthropy. And I think this can be one of the easiest ones to neglect because we assume it's just wrapped up in that pretty stewardship process, right? You really need to be sure to cultivate appreciation along the entire relationship process with your prospects and donors. How can you show them that you and your organization are grateful for the connection with them? Because it's not just about the thank you for the dollar gift, right? Are there small things you can do to remember their kid was in a school play and you want to ask how that went, or just looking up small details about their previous interactions with the organization and making sure that you reference that or find ways to connect them back. Seeing they're in the newspaper for an achievement at work, and so you send them a quick little note with the newspaper clipping. What can you do to show appreciation? But then also, I think for us, it's important to have gratitude and just find the small victories along the way, and even just to reflect each day at the end of the day, what is one thing that happened today that I am grateful for? What is one way that I made a difference? And just even to wake up in the morning and to cultivate an attitude of gratitude of, I get to do this today. I get to help make children healthier. I get to make sure that women and children who are in domestic violence situations have a safe place to go. Whatever your organization does to make an impact on the community, you get to help make a difference. So reframing your gratitude in that way. Abundance. I think in our practice where we're so focused on metrics and hitting dollar goals, and well, pre-pandemic it was visits goals, but now it might be donor interaction goals. How many Zooms can you schedule with your donors this month? it's really easy to get focused on more of a scarcity mentality than an abundance mentality, and to be almost afraid that you won't hit your numbers. But think about the fact that if you come at this from an abundance mindset, there are so many donors out there. There are so many donors that you probably haven't even met yet. I'm not saying to ignore the ones that are in your organization and already contributing, but when you start opening your eyes to see the possibilities of what is out there, or the opportunities to collaborate with your colleagues, whether in your organization or other organizations, as opposed to competing against them, that's going to make a difference in your daily work as well. So I encourage you, when you are thinking about something and you find yourself focusing on the fear and the I'm not sure I'm going to get through this, I'm not sure I'm going to get what I need, to sit back and just trust that you know what you're doing, trust the process, do the work, and then the abundance will come eventually. Especially for those of us that work in major and planned giving, we know that it takes a long time to cultivate that. So finally, respect. And I believe in a philanthropic environment, one critical part of respect is doing what you say. When you meet with a donor and you've promised to follow up with different information, maybe you didn't know it in the visit, then it's getting back to them, because that's showing that you respect them. And vice versa, you also need to look out for those opportunities to see where you are being respected. And this is both working with donors, but even as an employee too. Are you receiving the trust that you bring value and worth to the situation? If you're reaching out to a prospect and you've reached out to them several times and they haven't replied to you to even schedule an initial appointment, it's something like saying, I've reached out to you several times. If this isn't a good time, perhaps I can get back to you later. If you're not interested in having a conversation, please let me know that too. I want to be respectful of your time. And then I think too, in working with our colleagues and working with our bosses, it's making sure that we are respectful of each other. Show up on time. Don't schedule things at the last minute. Give people time to prepare for meetings. Just simple things. There's probably a lot more that I could go into on gratitude, abundance, and respect, and how they incorporate in the philanthropic workplace. And we've gone a little bit longer today, but I really wanted to get those thoughts out to you because I would love to hear your hashtag #my3words. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on these 3 words. And where do you see them being incorporated in your work life? Where do you struggle with them being incorporated in your work life? Let us know. We'd love to help. So thank you again for tuning in. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel, as well as follow Philanthropy on all the social media outlets. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.